Welcome back to the second half of your Fortescue Clash of the Week. Currently 24-6 in favour of UWA. Perth Bayswater this second half. The story is going to be discipline if they want to fight their way back into the game. By no means is it an unsurmisable gap, but UWA are looking sharp, and they've even slowed down the pace of play a little bit from what they want to actually be playing at, because it's just not required at the moment. Kickoff shapes to the 22.
That's inside.
And the boot is not the greatest, a little bit off the outside of the foot. So a clearing kick only makes its way to the 22. UWA have the feed and the first opportunity of the second half. Big substitution here for UWA as well that I'll tell you about in a second. Bromley dishes out. Voster. Now O'Sullivan skips out the back to Young. Another big one we'll tell you about in this second half. Now we go around to the right-hand side of the field. As you see, the number 18 was just peeling off there. That's the substitution we want to tell you all about. He's a big player for UWA. Inside the 22, O'Sullivan, skip ball, out wide, UWA, close to the corner, but no, they put a foot into touch. Almost the first points of the second half going the way UWA, but now we're just going to have, I believe, a scrum or line out in the corner. Line out it is. Yes, number 18 for UWA. Michael Beattie is out here on the left wing now. You just see him at the bottom of your screens.
Numbers black.
He's going for 150 games, so he's been getting some starting caps in second grade. And now you see him out here coming off the bench for a full second half in first grade. He's got 20-odd caps to go, and he wants to get there. He's a determined old man. This one's been knocked backwards by Bayswater, but then stripped by O'Sullivan. But it was lost forward at the top by Green initially. Boy, that would have been a spicy one if it came off. So all the best to you out there. Michael Beattie, you'll see, he's a very experienced winger. He knows exactly what to do when running the ball and can read the play in defence like not many others.
Remember timing.
Similarly, as you see, number 12 there, Caleb Young. Might remember that name from last year. He was the number 10 from Cottesloe. Don't have the full story, but he's been persuaded to now play for UWA, and it's made a heck of a difference now with both O'Sullivan brothers and Caleb Young in that back line with Higo at 13. All of a sudden, they got probably the best looking back line in the competition as this one wheels round up to the left. Bayswater just pick it off. Had to go with their number 8, but now they've got a good platform to either crash again or go to the pocket. They choose to have one quick crash. Now there's disruption on the clean out, but penalty advantage will come. Yes, just playing side. 7 green side. O'Sullivan not getting it right.
17 side entry.
It's a very long kick, and it's found its way into touch. That's a great clearance by Bayswater. Relieves a lot of pressure, moves them probably about 35 metres out from the UWA line. And all of a sudden, it's them that are attacking, not UWA. Lost forward at the top. O'Sullivan fires on the outside. Big palm off. The crowd love to see it. Interception. Bromley was looking for the ball, but it just got picked off. Now the pop comes. Bayswater going forward now. Opportunity inside the 22. Brought to ground. There's not many ball runners out. Flap, so they go deep. Veave misses him, so it goes down to Hardwick. Hardwick wrapped up. Doesn't know where to go, but down.
No hands, Green.
No hands, the call.
Advantage, slowing it down.
Slowing the play. Good penalty advantage there. And now a real opportunity, Bayswater. At 6-24, early in the second half. I know it seems silly, Bayswater, but still you might want to take the points here. All the temptation is to go for the line. And they do. But 9-24 is not a bad score in my books. Hopefully it works out for them. Hopefully they can fight back into this second half. Kick's not the greatest, didn't really gain that many metres. They're going to be about 15 out.
Gave away penalties in this area. I'm not going to have it again in the second half. Word with him when you get a chance. Not now.
Trick line out, front ball, lost forward.
Black. Green ball.
It's one of those silly ones. We've seen it a little bit this year in the first couple rounds as well. Teams with lots of time left on the clock moving to their trick line out play. And every single time it's just not seemed to work. So now we're going to have a scrum down, UWA ball on the 15. And a chance gone begging for points and a try.
Crouch! Already set here, guys. Okay, gents, let's have a little bit of a gap on this side, please.
So a little reset. Referee just wants a different look at this one.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Ball's fed in now. Clean scrum, UW. And not able to stay straight.
Keeping straight, far side.
Just a little bit too easy at scrum time here for UWA. Bayswater don't seem to have an answer for it.
Yeah, keep an eye on them.
Young to kick across.
In general, I'm happy mostly they've been pretty positive, okay? So we'll work them when we can.
This one comes straight in my direction off the scaffold. Another metre further, I would have caught that one, Caleb.
Go ahead. Time off. Number 6 black. Sub. 6 black.
Substitution there. For
Time back
Bayswater.
on.
Tyson Sad off the field as UWA get up at number 7 and successfully win the line out and crash up through Young centre field. Backdoor ball, O'Sullivan. Breaking through the tackle, UWA now chipping through, gets a good bounce, fullback covering across. There's a crafty little bit of play from Shortle. And this one finds its way into touch. UWA ball inside the 22, big chance to score. Lift wasn't quite there, the front lifter wasn't there, and the throw wasn't straight anyway.
Out.
Wisely, Perth Bayswater pick the line out instead of the scrum.
Yeah. Well, there's the mark. Leave him!
And they get it off the top. Surely all in from the side there. UWA lucky to get away with all that. And the penalty goes the other way.
Black.
Very lucky in my opinion there. UWA decide to go quick. There's opportunity wide if they can just get this one
offside.
a little bit further out on the wing. Right hand side winger goes to ground now. Now UWA crashing up the middle. There's numbers out to the left if they want to use them. Rusty Scoble towards the line. Brought to ground. Young. Skip ball. Gets caught and we're going to come back.
Offside at the scrum.
It was a good read by Almacia.
You got a number? 14. Offside.
going to have a little bit of time off to inspect the injured player in back play.
You all right? Okay. Scrum, okay. Time back on. Offside. Scrum called.
So UWA don't just want to take the easy three and extend their lead. They want to make this game personal, and they opt for another scrum, and they want to punish Perth Bayswater this afternoon up front.
Time off.
And maybe a little bit of foxing. The arms goes into the jersey from one of the forwards.
Okay. Sub.
He's going to go straight off, he says.
Back on.
And with the substitution, Bayswater actually do bring a little bit of extra weight onto the field. Could it be the answer to the scrum prayer? Certainly UWA. Don't think it will be. They're going to give their all to drive straight through this one.
Just stand up once. All right, mate. You're new one, so let's keep it straight and square and keep your binds up.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, Headies. Locks in. Second.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Hold that way. Hold that way. Hold that way. Volley, 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 volley. Hold.
Stay there. Stay there.
Short side. O'Sullivan looking at the line, just wasn't quite looking at the tackler. Dished the ball to the ground and lost forward. Needed to just keep his eyes on his defender there. He's looking at his opposite outside man a little bit too much. Allowed himself to be chopped in half.
Substitution guys, green 4. Green 4. Gents, stay down and in the contest. Don't stand up, please, okay? Green 4 is gone. Yep. Oh, 5. Time back on. Black ball.
Here we go, boys. Let's go.
Green 4 there. Andrikas van der Hayden. Good game for him this afternoon. Heads his way to the bench.
Timing and straight. Green, please. Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Big shove UWA once again. There's no escaping it this afternoon. Ball wasn't the prettiest from the back. Here you go. Leg driving, refusing to be stopped still.
Ball is there.
Foster digging.
Okay, back for the first knock on by Black over here.
We're going to go back for another scrum. Not what Bayswater wanted to hear.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let's go, Rich. Beat him up, yeah? Go, boys. Come on, wake up. Same thing again, boys. Same thing. Pick up back. Here we are. And we have nothing. Let's go. Big strong for me. Let's go. On you, Rusty. On you. I'm on it. Rusty, control that.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady, Green.
Hold.
Now, Lee.
Bayswater managing just to escape here. An absolute mess
Stay
down
on,
near the try line after the scrum. UWA are going to try just plough this one over. Pick and goes are the call. I'd give you a name and a number if I could, but they're all so tightly packed in there.
Advantage offside, 2.
Penalty comes now. Foster gets left behind and will come back another penalty.
Now hands in front.
As the clock keeps ticking over, Bayswater just absorbing hits at the moment.
Scrum called.
As expected, another scrum the option. UWA do not want to have any fun this afternoon. They want to make sure Perth Bayswater feel those high tackles from the first half.
No, not you, that was against one. Yeah.
Something's going to give here in a moment. You can just feel it. The game hasn't been stagnant like this all afternoon. And I don't think it's going to remain that way for very long.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
That's a better scrum from Bayswater. It's going to have to get used this time by the looks of it. No, the march keeps rolling slowly forward, and that has to be offside, and he could be in danger here. And the referee, Ian Sunderland, has had enough, and that's a penalty try.
Offside. Offside. Yeah, but the ball wasn't across the try line. The ball wasn't across the try line. 19.
So 19 black is yellow carded, penalty try. Just came completely around the back of the scrum there, believing the ball was over the line, but I think UWA a little bit wiser than that and might have put a hand on it if it was across the line, as they say.
Yep.
So an automatic 7 points there. 31-6 now the score. Bayswater need to really fire up here. They seem to have lulled into the pace UWA have reset this game into. If they want a couple of pride tries, they need to really get involved here. And the ball boys are making off with both balls at the moment. UWA tie this one up on their 22.
Fine.
Pick and go was good.
Now you're off your feet now, leave it.
Good comms. Slow ball. Foster eventually goes short side. They get their hands free. Chance here. UWA's right wing. He's just going to march all the way. He's got one more to beat. Messiah gives him a bit of a hit. Stops him just short of the line. Foster flying out the side. Young, here you go. On for all money in the corner here, and Shortall's going to get another. And Bayswater may have just switched off for the afternoon by the looks of it. There is not much energy on the chase. 36-6 kick to come. UWA in full control of the competition and this game. As you saw, sorry I don't have a name for the 14 this week, but it was a blistering run down the right hand wing. And then Forster just scoots and buys himself a little bit of time coming around the corner then. O'Sullivan heard the call, same as Young. Here you go, they fire it out. There's still one more on the outside through Michael Beattie, who loves a meat pie, but it's not his day to day. It's Aidan Shorthall who copped the hits early in the first half. He said, I deserve a try for my efforts here, boys. And a try he got. A beautiful conversion straight over the middle as well. 38-6 the score, and the point gap Starts to really open up all of a sudden. There's a couple of Perth Bayswater men injured, looking for subs, not wanting to continue with all of their might.
I'm off.
Just a little time off check for something here.
Over here.
So basically told me that one of the 13's back off sub. That's off.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, they made the mistake. They didn't. They were 40. They've already sub 13. Just on the field. You can't come in.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you're correct in what you're saying. Yep.
Couldn't quite pick up what they were going for there.
Time back on.
Just something about substitutions and a bit of a mess.
Substitutions. Advantage knocked on.
Lost forward Green.
Advantage. No arms.
And now a penalty advantage coming the way of Bayswater.
Advantage.
Can they use this ball? They've got players out to the right. Masaya, little chip, bounces well. Beattie watches it into touch and will come back.
Back here. No arm tackle against this man. Have you got a number? No. Just over here. No arms tackle. Corner. Harry, same standard applies to you guys as applied to them in the first half with no arms. Yeah. Right. Let's keep it on.
Perth Bayswater line out. In an attacking position, a chance to get themselves back on the board. It might be a bit late for a win, but would like to see them vent a little bit of their frustrations through a try. But Bromley at the top does amazingly to win that ball back for UWA. O'Sullivan across the face. And now pocket set. Young clears, but not out. Does well to keep it in there, actually. Just tapped it across. Ego misses his tackle. Shooter was just onside. Blind side. Bayswater just trying to find a little bit of a gap here. Stops, needs to talk to his players, finds something. It's a good run to Tafu.
Advantage off 6.
Penalty advantage comes as well now. So after shooting the first time, Geordie Bungard offside on the second time. Bayswater get a little bit of possession now. They've had a couple phases to build things back together. We'll see how they go.
Touchy.
Okay, thank you.
Front of the line out. UWA have to now defend the line. Bayswater are set wide and deep. They use another forward pod and they need to retain possession and get this one out quickly. Ball's there. Popped out though. Disrupted the play. Half couldn't get it out. Chance here. This one's just held up here. Bruce brings him to ground.
Now.
Still in favour of Bayswater inside the 22. They're set short and they're set flat. Masaya driven backwards through contact.
Tackle.
Now the replacement prop that came on not long ago has a little crash himself.
Leave it, guys.
Nice little pick by Veach. Not really advancing anywhere here at the moment, Bayswater, just kind of dishing it off the sides of the ruck. Need to string a couple passes together and maybe a bit of a move.
Now stay out!
Slow ball again. Bay. Cut out ball. Good pop. Hardwick. Bounces one and then loses forward. No, lost backwards. Driven back in the tackle this time to Tafu. UWA not letting them out of here easily. Play on the call. Messia has to take another crash. The UWA player down across on the left side of field. To Tafu.
Advantage. No arms again.
Penalty advantage could be in danger here now, UWA, as this one fires onto the wing, then gets thrown back on the inside. No, we're going to come back.
Back here.
And I'd expect this one to go to the bin.
Right. See. Right. That's the second one in the row. Right, I had a chat with you already, okay? Right.
Give me a chance to talk to everyone, please.
Yeah, you can have a yeah.
So yellow card the way of UWA.
Yeah, time is off. Time is off.
14 takes on 15.
Over here.
UWA are going to have to sub
off.
this man off as well.
Yeah, time is off. That's the mark. Put the ball down. Marty,
Geordie Bungard with
you off the pitch, please.
an ankle injury by the looks.
Okay, take your time, that's fine. Time is off. No. Yeah, that's fine. Time is off. Yeah. Go ahead, subs.
Bayswater now making subs.
1 second, we've got substitution coming on an injured player. Right.
And after all that, it looks like we're set and ready to go.
Yeah. I'm going to blow the whistle, you take your time. I'm not going to let them creep up, okay?
38-6. Tap and go the play. Bayswater with an opportunity to get this one across the line and get a consolation try. It's just a knock on there. Threw it into him. Not a penalty there, just threw it into the man running forward. Didn't play the ball at all. So scrum down, Bayswater way.
No. I don't need them all shouting at me. That's not going to help anything, all right? That's on you. Back scrum. Knocked on in the tackle. Yeah, you need a prop. Time, we need a prop. Who's got a prop? He's gone, is he?
Another sub for UWA.
On. Fine!
Come on, wait on, head on shoulder.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Let's go now, boys. Let's go, Tommy. Eat them up, eh?
Let's have a little bit of a gap, please.
On my call, Edie.
Crouch! Fine! Hold that way. Set!
Bayswater another chance with a one-man advantage. Free kick early, far side. UWA just don't need to lose their heads here.
Early push.
Quick tap goes. O'Sullivan chops the legs. That's body on the line for your own team. Short side. Fumbling ball. Messiah cleans it up at the back. Flat ball, Bayswater searching for an option. They're all set really wide but very flat. And there's the knock on and the mistake. And UWA escape unscathed.
There's the mark. That's where you got the free kicks. Alright, just patience, mate, please.
So UWA have done their best to maintain composure. A couple little flurries and they've lost a man to the binge, but they haven't conceded the points. Haven't been scored on today, besides a couple penalties early. And now a chance to exit.
Crouch!
Bayswater don't have anyone on the paint on the wing out here on the left.
Set!
Mildly risky if they decide to just run this one. Or even kick it deep. It's going to be a cover across anyway. Ball comes for Young. Looks for the boot and just does a safety kick into touch. Maybe we're looking for time off the clock here now.
Subs. Substitutions. 11 black. Just hold, right? Hold, we got substitutions. 11 black. Okay, just. Okay. 2 on. Okay. Just hold.
Bayswater line out time. A couple more changes now.
Time on.
Menard moves into half. Ball goes straight through, absolutely lasered through. That's a very odd option at the line out, just to absolutely peg it low and hard into everyone's faces. But they've got the ball back nonetheless, and they're fumbling it back there.
This is by Green, that's okay. Advantage.
And lost forward UWA now. Out of the danger zone and with ball in hand. They've weathered the entire storm of this little flurry from Perth Bayswater without accepting points.
12 minutes. Let's go, guys.
Alright boys, go, load the footy up to play. Take box in. Let's get up, Sammy, let's get up.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
UWA ball in far side. 38 plays 6. Ball clear. O'Sullivan inside, here you go. And now just lost forward through contact from both teams, and we'll have another stoppage and we'll have another scrum. This game grinding to a halt now. Everyone's had enough of rugby for this afternoon by the looks of things out there. Bit of wind chill, bit of shade on the field as well.
If you can, bind on his back, not on his shoulder. Right? Yeah. Let's go, guys.
Let's go, Sammy.
Crouch! Set!
Good scrum, Bayswater. Get this one in and out cleanly. They have 8, dishing out to one of their replacement backs.
Go. Go.
Bayswater just getting driven back into contest. 9 speed still great from UWA. They're showing they're a big 80-minute team at the moment.
No release. Advantage.
But they've gotten sloppy in the last couple of minutes with penalties and such. They've got one in the bin already. Need to be careful. That one's lost forward.
No clear release. Number 16.
Another penalty, another chance to kick inside the 22. This one goes over the top. Opportunity goes begging. O'Sullivan gets a chance to try get himself into open air. Can't do so this time. Clean out comes, but it's a little bit late. And ball's available at the back there. Ball was available at the back. Always was, always will be in situations like that. Now Masia picks up, goes right. There's players out to the right. Captain for for Perth Bayswater drives towards the line. Can't quite get over. Couple of players falling in back play. Picking and going. Bayswater close to the line once again. Now diving towards the line and getting a try. Perth Bayswater. First try of the afternoon for them. And they make it 11 points to 38. Kick to come. Nice little consolation try this afternoon there for Bayswater.
Okay, perfect.
The kick is a good looking one and it's straight over, adding the extra 2. 13 points to 38. It's a good try for Perth Bayswater to get, but it's a little bit too late for them. Certainly lots for them to work on next week.
6.5.
UWA, as we wrap this game down for the last few minutes, certainly showing why they're quite a feared side and they're going to be undefeated so far.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
Into the pocket, Bayswater look to clear immediately. And it's a nice shaping kick, almost finds its way to halfway, 45 from the line. UWA to throw. Foster, nowhere to go. So dishes it back eventually. Young puts it onto the boot, turns them round at the back of Perth Bayswater. Sits up nicely on the bounce and time to kick.
Okay.
Beatty with a big catch at the back. Does nicely underneath it. Runs straight at the line, then changes the angle late. Gets through. Beatty beats 1 and 2. Now rolling forward and has to present. Short side, good numbers here. O'Sullivan dishes for Bromley. Bromley up to the 22, needs to stay in and does. Tackler's got a roll there. He's going to be lucky not to get pinged, I reckon. Connie Hughes. Young, another jabbing kick to the corner. It's a foot race between the wing. O'Sullivan pats him down, picks it up, and scores in the corner. O'Sullivan scores. Now both brothers, as they normally do, when one scores, the other does too. 43 points now for UWA with a kick to come.
4 minutes.
43-11. This game all but over. I think 4 minutes left was the call from the referee. It's been a long half. Lots of time off in the second half here. Really long half. All the fans might want to get home soon. UWA, their job's done. Bayswater have had enough, but we're going to play it out just in case anything amazing happens anyway. Young from the corner. Absolutely nails it. It's got to be one of the best kicks in the comp. Extending the lead once again. Now 45-11 in favour of UWA. And you've got to wonder what's going to happen with them this season. They've picked up a few good players. They've been training a lot of these guys for years. They've gotten everything they can out of the O'Sullivans. Higo's been great. Bromley's been fantastic in the locks. Still got Staplefords like Beattie coming through for half a game of footy. And you see holding the ball there, Connor Hughes, the up-and-coming fly half as well. And picking up the likes of Caleb Young, the fly half from the premiership team last year. An amazing deal to make for a side that's looking to really enforce themselves into the top 4 this year.
Thank you.
And they're going to be a dominant early favourite after this game. Five-man line out on the 40. Bayswater goes over the top. Another chance, but this time knocked on by O'Sullivan. So a very tired scrum late in the second half.
Fine. Set.
And squeeze! And squeeze!
Ball comes clean, Bayswater. They've figured out the scrum late in the piece. They've had a couple clean ones now. This one's held up centre field.
Tackle.
Might still just be tackle is so. Short side. O'Sullivan tried to intercept, but Bayswater get up to where the line out originally, where the scrum was originally. Messiah, Bave. Now down to the ground. Beattie can't quite get his hands on it.
Lost forward by Black.
We're going to have a loss forward. Another scrum down, just 5 metres away from where the last one was, but another 30 seconds off the clock. And we must be close. We must be close. He goes down in back play. There's no time for this Higo. You're either staying on or you're going off here, son. We're right at the end of the game here. You've had a good run.
All right, time on, guys. There's the mark.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Finish strong. Box in, second. Let's go, put him away, Sammy.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
Hughes in the pocket. And some fake play, losing 30 metres, but UWA trusted nonetheless, but that one gets charged down.
Number 17 standing up.
And penalty advantage coming all the way back.
That's full time. That's full time.
And there, as time expires, Connie Hughes finishes the game. 45 points to 13 in favour of UWA, who are now going to be absolute hot favourites in your Fortescue Premier Grade competition for 2021. Bayswater, a little bit to work on, but they'll be back. Do you see a little bit of a target on your back after a performance like today again?
A little bit. Look, our goal today was we had 2 good wins at home. We wanted to make sure that we had a good win on the road as well. So, yeah, if we have a target on our back, that's good. We want to be the best team each week. So, yeah, we need to get it forward.
That's all from Pat O'Hara Reserve this afternoon. Another dominant display by UWA. Who's going to be able to stop them in this competition? I'm just not even sure at this stage. Thank you to NRTV, and we'll catch you all next week.